Hello and welcome to another episode of One More Round, the Rocky Series podcast. This is the season where we're covering Rocky Balboa, the director's cut version of said film, the last of our season or series within the Rocky franchise. I have with me, of course, my faithful, lovely, amazing, patient co-hosts, Kyle and Katie. Kyle, first, how are you doing? Oh, wow. scared me. Good.
That's good. That's good. That's Mr. Hanky.
Yeah. the Christmas poo. Yeah. Can you believe that was like the first season? I think
I was in high school. That's wild.
It's that show's been around for a while. Good for them. They're half billionaires now. I think they're nearing $1 billion each. Good for them. From cutout paperwork to where they are now. Katie, how are you?
Fantastic. Can't complain. How about Mighty Nick over there?
You could, yeah. I'm wearing it again. I pulled it. It's fresh and clean from last sweaty podcast. I don't know why I washed it. I think I went jogging with it. That's why. Yeah, I went jogging after. That's right. I'm wearing my Mighty Mix again. It's good to be here today. Good to be with all y'all. We got some stuff to talk about. Let's get right into. Actually, before we get into the emails, I'm going to play the voicemail first. This is from Michael, of course, of the Screen Nerds podcast. He was the only voicemail to come in this week, so we thank him for his voicemail, but here it is.
Hi, Ryan, Katie, and Kyle. This is Michael Burgett of the Screen Nerds podcast. Just wanted to share some of my thoughts on this latest episode. So the scene with Rocky driving and the quick pan across showing Adrian's picture taped to the console, that is in the theatrical cut.
Oops. We all said it wasn't. It seemed new, but apparently that's in the original cut. The picture of Adrian in the van. So thank you, Michael, for correcting us on that. Yeah.
It's the exact same shot. There's no changes to it. So what y'all saw in the director's cut is the same as it was in the theatrical cut. And yeah, in the theatrical cut, when he orders a beer from Marie, he orders a short beer, and she gets a bottle from the refrigerator. I thought it was interesting how...
So is that just what a short beer is? A bottle?
No.
Okay. That's what maybe Little Marie's not the best bartender. I don't know.
You know what that made me think of though, always, and this is probably a Canadian thing, is in like the 70s and 80s, they didn't really have the long neck beer bottles in Canada. It was like they were called stubbies.
Oh yeah.
That was my nickname in high school.
And like that's in my mind, that's what he was asking for. Although in Canada, you wouldn't say I want a short beer either. Like that is just weird. But
I think Coors Banquet still has those bottles.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay.
Marie in that whole bar sequence, she looks different in the two versions. In the director's cut, she has her hair pulled back and tied up, whereas in the theatrical cut, she doesn't have it pulled back. Also, it's a completely different outfit she's wearing in the two different versions. And I don't think...
So that indicates that's interesting, because sometimes when they do alternate cuts, it's literally, hey, okay, let's try this. Let's try this shot. Let's try this dialogue. They're just wearing the same hair and makeup and outfit. So they literally filmed a wholly different, like this is like almost like a different day. Like
it is a different day, yeah.
I think it would have been because you have Andy there, right? Like you don't have Andy. Like he probably wasn't in the, there's probably a whole different day.
Yeah, good point.
I wonder what the thought process was. Did Sly go, hey, we've got Andy. He just got out of the hospital with the amputation. Let's get him in. Or like, what was filmed first, right? Like, was the Andy film first? They didn't like the Andy one, so then they filmed the one without Andy. I guess that's the question. Which one was filmed first? And then Sly goes, let's go with the different take. But then Sly put it back in the director's cut version of the film. So who knows with Sly? I don't know.
That Marie in the theatrical cut is cagey or aloof. I think she's more reserved and cautious. Like she recognizes Rocky before Rocky recognizes her, and she wants to be respectful in what she says. Remember, in that version, she's the one that brings up about hearing Adrian's passing, and so she just wants to be respectful of Rocky, who, when he walks into the bar, he's looking down and depressed, and so she kind of wants to just be careful in what she says and does. Out of the two versions, I think I prefer the theatrical cut of the bar scene. It just seems to me it fits the vibe of the previous scenes of Rocky taking the tour and him wrestling with his sadness and loneliness. Having a near empty bar kind of fits with the rest of the neighborhood that he had been touring, as opposed to being in a bar that's a little bit busy and a little more vibrant in the director's cut. But that's me. Just for me, the theatrical cut kind of fits along with the rest of those scenes just previously. Great job as always. Keep up the great work, and very much looking forward to the next episode.
So there's the great Michael of the Screeners podcast. Great talking voice. He has his own podcast, and it's on iTunes and everywhere you can find podcasts. Check him out. His episodes are a little bit shorter than ours. Like they run anywhere from 11 to 15 minutes. So literally, his emails are a third of his podcast. He's doing like a mini podcast on our podcast. So thank you, Michael, for that. And I think we all agreed too that I think we liked a little bit more the interaction, at least between Little Marie and Rocky. I think we wanted to combine having Andy. Sure, having Andy there was great, but then maybe go back to the theatrical cut interaction between Little Marie and Rocky.
I think he hit the nail on the head with like the vibrancy of the bar and that not fitting with the whole mood of the scene. I do like that he was kind of in that bar and he was alone. Now, if Andy were there too, that would be fine still.
Yeah, right.
You know, you still have like the youngsters there who want the free booze, but it seemed like that bar was kind of hopping a bit more when he walked in the director's cut. And yeah, I prefer the theatrical.
Is the guy different? I feel like in the theatrical cut, the guy that Angie is with is like heavier set.
It's the same actor. It's the same guy.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. Is the Rufo guy who gets like pushed into the wall later?
Yeah,
it's him. Yeah.
Maybe he just has a big coat on or something. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah.
It's like I think camera angles too and stuff like that can really like change the way you look.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I try to have my camera angles accordingly.
Camera adds 10 pounds.
That's right. How many cameras do you have on you? So which Angie do I like better? I think I kind of like drunk Angie better than angry Angie in the theatrical cut. So we're all over the place. I think we could do like a Frankenstein version of both cuts.
That's what I was going to say too. Yeah. But I like the way you put it better, Ryan. I was like, we want to take bits and pieces of each, per usual. Yeah, I feel like that's what we do.
I'll be the dissenting vote. I don't like drunk Angie. I don't like she didn't seem like a real drunk person. She really came across as someone pretending to be drunk and not actually drunk.
It's because she's a sucky actress, but
how dare you?
But
she's not a professional actress.
Yeah, right? I know. I'm being purposefully.
Well, she's a sucky actress, but you would expect her to be. So
yeah, exactly. But you do, so that's fair. But it makes more sense that she's drunk or high on something. Her behavior makes more sense.
I think like you could be a little buzzed to be angry like that. Like you know how it is with people. Like some people when they drink are assholes, and some people are really cool. Like it depends.
And it's really just like she has a shitty life, therefore she is an angry person.
Oh, for sure.
I got to use a bad word for Angie, but I won't. Okay, all right. What do we have for emails? Well,
I think this is a new emailer.
I think so. I think it's been a while, but I think this gentleman's listened to us for a long time. But yeah.
The new emailer. I feel like we haven't gotten an email. Have we?
I think so. I don't think so. But I feel like I've talked to him maybe on social media. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. And apologies in advance.
Yeah.
But this is from, I'm going to say Hasse Nilsson. Haas Nilsson.
Boss Haas.
That's what we're going with. So please correct me on how to properly pronounce your name. Hello, guys. You're great. It's too bad this is the last season. I'm going to miss you and the Rocky banter. Remember the bum count? I found this and thought of you, Ryan. There's a YouTube. Yeah. He posts.
Yeah, he posts a YouTube link. You could just Google bump count. That's in the email. But it reminds me, for the Rambo podcast, I did a God damn it count from Sheriff Teasel in that film, and I put together a montage of that.
Oh, fun!
It's got a lot of views, funny enough, but it was quite funny how many times Sheriff Teasel says it. So the bum count is that version of it. And what season? What was that? one more round or going the distance where we started doing bump?
One more round. I think it was like season 1, like in the first film.
We forgot. Oh man, I feel bad that we've.
Bum really doesn't come up as much after
Maybe.
the first film. Like it's here or there, but really the bums are concentrated heavily in season 1.
They are first 2 films for sure. Now we could ask now: is there bum count in the last film? I'm just trying to think. Is there any?
Yeah, there's a bum. I think there's some bums.
Okay, stand by for bums. Okay, yeah, that's fun thing. That's what a boy. We've done so many weird stuff on this show. I forgot about the bum count. Holy smokes! Thanks, Hase. Okay, what's the next one we got there?
From E.M. King, Rocco's dad. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Now he's going to say something. And Kyle's going to be like, "What?" And I think E.M. King's a little confused too. And I'm going to ask some clarification. So just read the first sentence or whatever it is, and then I'm going to talk to it. Okay.
Okay. He says, Ryan, Katie, and Kyle, I just wanted to reach out and thank you all for the years of entertainment. It's bittersweet to see Rocky end up on Skid Row after all these years together.
Okay. So what E.M. King is referring to, long story short. Okay. I hosted all the podcasts, Last of the Action Heroes podcast, the Rambo podcast, the Rocky podcast, the Worst of the Best podcast on account on the Spotify Anchor free account. And every hosting site has their own rules, obligations, whatever you want to call it. So within the Last of the Action Heroes podcast network, I, of course, hosted other podcasts who came in and they delivered their shows, and I would upload the shows to the feed. And it was a great idea, and I'm still happy with the idea and the friends I made along the way, blah, blah, blah. But unbeknownst to me, there was a show that was using a musical bed from an artist. I figure it doesn't matter which artist because I don't want to out the show. It's not my intent, and they may not even be listening to this anymore because there's whole other things going on. But anyways, the point is they were using a musical bed with no transformative content. That was just their outro music, like, or whatever it was. And it was almost like the full song. And Spotify was notified of this by the record company, and they sent me a notice, but they went to my spam folder. And I never saw it because my spam folder, I don't check my spam folder. I'm one of those weird people that doesn't check the spam folder very often. So it was getting piled up in my spam folder. Like, hey, listen, you're doing this. Like, they're talking to me, Ryan, but it wasn't my show but I'm the host. Anyway, so Spotify is like, fine, you stop ignoring us. We're going to shut you down. And they did. So I was driving home from work and I had this email in my inbox. With this email, it wasn't in the spam. It came through the proper inbox. It said, hey, just a heads up, everything's shut down. Have a nice day, Spotify team. And I'm like, huh? So anyways, I dug into what happened was the story I just shared with you guys. That's what happened after some digging. So anyways, the Last of the Action Heroes podcast network is shut down. All my audio podcasts. So every podcast I did was shut down. So I have to rebuild everything from scratch. But so the good news is I have all the audio files. The bad news is I have to rebuild everything, the Rocky channel, the Rambo channel. The only thing I don't have to rebuild is the YouTube channel. The YouTube is all there. So people have watched. So some of the emails we got and stuff were people who watch our YouTube channel. So this is going to be weird because it's hard to get the message out there that the channels are shut down on your podcast feed because it's gone. Does that make sense? So anyways, that's what E.M. King is referring to. So I'm going to let him know we're not dead in the water. I'm rebuilding, like I'm going to re-upload everything up to where we are, but it's going to take some time. So there's going to come a time on everyone's feed that all of a sudden they're going to have 50 episodes of this podcast on their feed. Yes, Kyle, please go ahead. Questions.
So these current ones that are coming out, like say this episode, is this coming up on Spotify or is this like
no? It will eventually. It will eventually. Okay. So it's going to go on YouTube and it's going to be on YouTube first. I kind of made that known to all the socials. Those who follow me on socials know, like, hey, if you want to listen to upcoming episodes, you just join the YouTube page. It's there, or you're just going to have to wait a spell as I re-upload on the iTunes or Spotify or whatever. Yeah. Next question, Katie. Questions for the audience.
Okay. Skid Row. Well, first of all, good callback. I like it when people. I love our little Rocky community because we all get it. If he were,
and E.M. King is Rocco's dad, by the way.
Yeah, didn't I say that?
Oh, you might have. I apologize.
You already said that, you dumb jingo.
Yeah. True. You know what's funny? My brain was just focusing on explaining what happened.
So, that makes sense. Okay. So he says, I know Ryan will come up with something else to entertain us. Here are a few things you might enjoy knowing. Ryan, I 100% agree with you about Sly's horrible acting in episode 5. I always cringed to that scene. I also agree that the patrons at Adrian's are regulars and all know the story.
Thanks.
There we go.
I got one guy in my corner. Thanks, Ian King.
In 2006, I was newly married and sitting in the theater watching Rocky Balboa with my wife. When the meat locker scene hit, something clicked. The way Polly always called Rocky Rocco inspired us to choose the name Rocco for our child. Oh my God, I could not love that more.
There it is, Rocco. There he is.
That's always been one of my favorite things about, I'll get into this in a little bit, sure. But one of my favorite things about the characters and the development of the characters, that they feel like real people, at least in my opinion,
sure.
Is that everybody has a way of referring to Rocky. The only person, it's a very, like, that's usual. You'd say, hey, Rocco, like that sounds normal, but only Polly does it. And I love that that's throughout.
Like most people say rock, like, hey, rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the people in the streets. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's like pretty consistent. Like it's like it seems very natural.
Yeah, that's why I love it. And I feel like I'm always like partial to Paulie. He's so flawed, but I like maybe it's the Burt Young. I like how Burt Young characterizes him.
It's good to have flawed characters.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like you don't want some circle jerk where everyone's like just awesome, you know. Like you need something. You need humans that
Except for on this podcast, we can circle and jerk each other all day long.
That's freaking awesome, E.M. King. So he says, "Thanks again. Keep punching."
Yeah. All right. So I hope that clarifies, E.M. King, that we're not on Skid Row just yet. What is this? This is the Rocky IV Lamborghini montage. He goes, we're just collecting our thoughts and regrouping. We'll be back.
Ryan, I think we should probably tell him what really happened with the Spotify. Is I handed you a letter that you thought was like a podcast extension, but was actually an enduring power of attorney, and they did some shady deals with your podcast or your Spotify channel, and everything got shut down. But
yeah, Kyle bought views or something. Yeah, we had fake views or whatever. Yeah, that's funny. I love it. All right, who's next?
Thomas,
yeah.
Just finished Rocky IV. Episode 6. It's great how you guys are covering the original cut and director's cut simultaneously. Just another example of the lengths you go. Well, this is all Ryan, so thank you, Ryan.
You're welcome, Thomas.
Remember, your show is neither a joke nor a disaster. It's just plain awesome with 5 boxing glove punching emoji.
Oh, wow.
Love it.
I imagine he saw the scene where it's like when Apollo died, and it's like what was thought to be a joke has turned into a total disaster.
Yeah. Ooh, I think if I remember correctly, I think I made a joke, something about that's how our podcast started. It probably is. Thank you, Thomas.
Love it. Yeah, it's funny. Like that seems like so long ago.
I know. It's so weird. Yeah.
He says, I love the Rocky alternate universe theories. Here's mine.
Mm-hmm.
Apollo fights Mackley Green, knocks him out, and goes on to defend the title 10 more times against Rocky's 10 opponents. He then comes up against Clubber, finishes him off, retires, and comes out to fight Drago when the Russians throw their hat into the ring. Remember, in this world, Apollo hasn't had 30 rounds with Rocky, or 35 rounds if you include the third fight. All the math, it's blowing my brain. Also, Rocky disposed of these guys with little trouble, so Apollo does the same. Much fresher and sharper, he defeats Drago. On the Rocky IV conversation between Rocky and Apollo in the changing room, I always thought it's okay for you, you're still on top, and maybe you don't understand now, but you will when it's over. You will when it's over. Comments meant retirement, not the end of the fight.
Okay, so that's good. So we'll solve 2 things. So one, I like the alternate universe discussion. That is interesting. That had Mackley Green's arm not been broken or wrist or whatever, he would have fought Mackley Green. He would have won. And that timeline, he never loses the championship because he would have theoretically fought the same types of boxers that Rocky fought and would have handled them easily because Apollo's Apollo. So I kind of agree with that timeline. Like who in Rocky's universe would have beaten Apollo? And then
I will counter that. I will counter that a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think they would have handpicked opponents for Apollo like they did for Rocky.
No, but yeah, I agree, and I
So
agree
you
with that.
probably would have had a higher caliber of opponent.
But who would have been in that universe though that we are aware of? That could
no one. Like he would. I'm saying he probably would have tougher fights. Like I don't think he would have blown through 10 guys like Rocky did.
Well, Clubber would have been that.
Yeah. See, sorry, I don't mean to.
No, I like it.
The listener, what's their name again?
Thomas.
That is an interesting timeline. My only issue with it is that like a viewer, I want to see some real opposition. And maybe Clubber would have been that real opposition, but even in your timeline, Clubber is still defeated. You'd want to see Apollo lose once and have to regain something or something like that. Like if you do like what Stallone does in Boros in real life, you'd have like Apollo lose against someone like say Rocky and then come back to beat him like he did with like Joe Frazier, and then also beat someone like Clubber, like Ali beat Foreman. You know, like you have to have like some kind of like you lose a fight or something like that, because just watching him just beat everybody is, to me at least, kind of boring.
Sure.
Well, it could be the very similar Rocky 3. It's just that Tony Duke doesn't die, like the manager doesn't die.
Yeah.
But maybe it is that Apollo is, because he's not hungry. He's lives in the lap. He has luxury, so maybe he doesn't take things seriously. So
okay, yeah. So maybe he meant he meant for his timeline, Apollo like loses the first fight against Clubber, but then beats him at the end. Maybe I just read into it wrong.
I do have a question though. You guys both were pretty quick to say that you didn't think Apollo would have taken the easy fights like Rocky did unknowingly. I'm curious why you say that.
Okay, so
the
reason I say that is because after the fight with Rocky, I'll start again. There is an argument you can make that Apollo would take easy fights because he took the first fight with Rocky in the first place, which was an easy fight, but that's only because he couldn't get a top rank contender.
Right.
Not for lack of trying. Like there were literally no one was available. So for me, that shows that he does actually want to fight top contenders. And then also, like when he defeated Rocky the first time, they were really encouraging to go after easier people. Like we can get the same money for the two top contenders. Why go after this guy? And Apollo's like, no, I want to fight this guy because I didn't really beat him. Like to me, Apollo's personality is he has to be on top. He has to be the best. He has to beat the best. So like, and also I think one of the reasons why Rocky's opponents were handpicked is not because they think Rocky would lose, but they were worried about Rocky's health because he, like Mickey said, the beating you got from Apollo was so bad it nearly killed you. Apollo's not taking those kind of beatings. And so I don't think they'd have that same concern for him.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's so valid. We could almost spend, not we, but anyone could spend an hour trying to figure out the alternate timeline. But I think ultimately Thomas is just saying Apollo was the best fighter in the Rocky universe, period. Had he never faced Rocky, that just would have continued. There probably just wouldn't have been anyone that was tougher than Rocky. I think Rocky was just that one guy that Apollo, with all of his finesse and skill, just couldn't knock out.
I think Drago would defeat him still simply because of age.
Yeah.
Simply because of age. Now, like, if you had the Apollo from Rocky 2, who was also a smart fighter, who didn't try and just go for the knockout,
right?
That guy could defeat Drago, I think.
For points at least.
Yeah, like he would knock him around the ring. But I don't think that an older Apollo would stand a chance.
No, because he was killed in the ring. I don't know how much better of a fighter because he still was killed in the ring.
Well, I think the argument Thomas is kind of making is Apollo wouldn't have sustained the damage from the Rocky fight, so he'd be in better condition.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when you like if you're 40 years old, like you're not the same guy, right? Like
time defeats everyone.
That's right.
Like Ali is a good example. Like in the late 70s, he lost to Leon Spinks. It was like a nobody.
Right.
And like that's a guy he would have easily beat,
of course,
earlier. And he came back to defeat him still.
He got pissed off by it, yeah.
Yeah, but still, like it's like kind of like the fact that you even got to that point is saying something. And I think too is the Parkinson's is already starting to set in too.
Yeah, sure. Which
So
would,
what do you
which would made it harder for his opponents to hit him. Sorry, Kate.
Yeah.
No, I was just I had moved on, and it was like, so what do you think about his second comment about the?
Oh, I like that. I like that. I think we've always led into the "you will when it's over." It's so ham-fisted that yes, the audience now knows, especially with repeat viewing. He's talking about his death. You'll know when it's over. When this match is over, you'll know everything I've led my life to. I'm going to die in the ring. But I just never even considered. Yeah, he's just talking about you'll understand when your career is over, not this match. So I admit, I always thought he was referring to the match itself, not his actual death in the ring.
Yeah.
But it was, that's the foreshadow.
Yeah.
So now I'm starting to think, yeah, he's just referring to you'll understand everything when you're retired like me.
Yeah, I agree. I hadn't thought of that either, Ryan. And so Thomas, that's thank you for bringing that up. That's a really astute observation.
Thank you.
He does go on to say, in the conversation before that, I think Apollo believes Rocky is disrespecting the fight by calling it an exhibition. But that's what it is. I could be wrong, but there's no doubt that Apollo is the most naturally gifted fighter in the franchise. He just couldn't match Rocky for heart, determination, and hard-headedness. If you remember from Rocky 3, when Apollo comes face to face with Rocky in Mickey's gym, I always got the feeling that after their second fight, Apollo went into a bout of depression. He didn't want to hear from anyone or anything, so he just retired. Anyway, thanks again for all the time and effort you guys put in. Now just keep moving forward. All the best, Thomas in Belfast.
Thanks, man.
Oh, this is Thomas in Belfast. I didn't make the connection. I remember his email last episode, but I forgot his name.
Yeah. Thanks, Thomas. And Louise in our chat brought up a great point. If Rocky never existed, Apollo would have been long retired as an undefeated fighter and probably never gets involved with Drago. I could see Apollo seeing Clubber as his last big test. And that's a good point, because hear me out. I agree with Louise, because the only reason why Apollo sort of involved or took the exhibition from Rocky is because of their relationship. So let's pretend there's a different champion this time, because Apollo's retired. The chance of Apollo asking for a favor from some, hey, champion of the world that I've never fought or had a friendship with, can I take that exhibition fight from you? He literally slid into the challenge. The challenge was always to Rocky as the current champion. Because of his relationship, Rocky's like, oh, I guess we're friends. If you want to take it, go ahead. Apollo probably would have had that relationship, whoever the current champion was at the time.
You could argue that he would.
He might have.
But you're right. Yeah, that's valid.
I want to sidetrack a little bit.
Sure.
If we're talking alternate universe,
that's all we talk about.
Apollo got Parkinson's or something and couldn't fight anymore.
Oh, geez.
So,
or like Muhammad, whatever. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Rocky did take the exhibition with Drago. And we know that Drago doesn't see it as an exhibition. Like he sees it as making a point. How do you think Rocky would have done in that exhibition fight?
He might have lost. He wouldn't have been killed. Like wouldn't have been killed, but he might have lost. But what was it? Oh, yeah, it would have been like his same reaction when he was wrestling Thunder Lips, where he's like, "Oh, this guy's hitting me for real," and he kicks into high gear. So I think there would have been a part of Rocky's like, "Oh, this guy doesn't think it's an exhibition. He thinks it's real." Sort of like a la Apollo in the first Rocky film. So I think Rocky, being a boxer, being the prime semi-prime of his life, still very good physique and strength, he would have kicked into survival mode. It would have been interesting to see survival mode Rocky kicking, like, okay, well, I'm going to fight this guy so I don't, die. I'm going to fight.
Yeah.
And when Rocky kicks into fight mode, street fight mode, good question. How much would have Drago? And Drago also would have had his extra training from Russia as well. So who knows?
I think Rocky would have either lost, but probably wouldn't get knocked out, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because
I think knocking out Rocky's like damn almost impossible. I know Clubber Lang did it, but like
that was a will knockout. That wasn't a problem. That was like I give up knockout. But
yeah. His head's not there. I think Rocky's head wouldn't have been there in the exhibition because he simply didn't know what he was up against. But I agree with you. That he would kick into survival mode. Yeah. I think probably what would happen is he'd get like beaten. Like he would get good shots and against Drago. Like it wouldn't be this one-sided ass kicking that Apollo got.
He was still the current champion of the world, so he was still kind of champion.
Yeah. But I think he'd be unprepared, basically, to fight Drago, and it would show. But then in a rematch, you'd do a lot better.
Mm-hmm. I think I concur. Just one other thing that obviously this is a movie, and it would literally be impossible for Rocky to beat Drago, like if this was an actual real fight.
Sure.
But in the universe of the movies, I think the extra oomph that he gets to actually be able to beat Drago comes from avenging his friend's death.
Yeah, that helps within,
Agreed.
But one last to give a chance to Rocky winning that exhibition had he fought the first one, because he actually told Apollo, we don't know anything about this guy. If we're going to do this, we have to know about him, know how he fights, and train accordingly.
That's
true.
So
Rocky's mindset was to train as the champion of the world. He recognized we have to train properly. So alternate universe, if he takes the fight, he's going to use the same mindset he would have given his friend. Was, I'm going to do it for myself. I'm going to train properly for this guy, figure out how he fights, and train properly. So it would have been interesting.
Yeah. All good points. We do have a YouTube comment from Eccentric Views.
Yes, of course.
At 59:19, both Ryan and Kyle nailed it. An alternate back and forth between Marie and Rocky. Yeah, I remember this, and you guys were right. Marie would remember calling him Creepo, as it's been 30 years of Rocky experiencing so much fame and success. He wouldn't remember or care. She'd remember seeing him on TV, etc., and feel terrible. Spot on, guys. Wish it was filmed that way. Yeah, that would have been better. I think Ryan, especially, you have good writing edits. A lot of times you're like, it would have been better if this, and it's like, yeah, but why didn't they do that anyway? He says then his last comment is, I didn't think I'd enjoy this season as much as the others, and then a laughing emoji. So I think that means he's enjoying it. Hopefully.
I think so. I think this was not one of his favorite films, so he wasn't sure. Just like some people didn't like Rocky 5, so we didn't get people listening to Rocky. Literally, people said, I'm not emailing you because I don't listen. I don't it's so weird. Like, people actually listened to us, but they were so nonplussed by Rocky 5 they couldn't even bother to send us a message. But I get it. I understand. Gino's one of the few unaffected by this whole internet or podcast drama, because he is a YouTube listener, so he's like, whatever, I'll keep watching on YouTube. So thanks. Speaking of YouTube, we're nearing 1,000 subs on the YouTube channel. So
wow,
yeah. How many DOMs do we have?
How many say again?
DOMs. Like, we have a lot of
subs and DOMs.
Oh, sorry. You went sexual. I'm like, I know guys named
Ryan.
Dom.
You have to assume there's like a 50% chance anything.
I know. I was just gonna say you should have known better.
I should know better. Yeah. So subscription people who subscribe to our channel, we're at 965. So we're just we're 35 short of 1,000. So that'd be kind of cool. Yeah,
we should have one of those parties, like those people that almost hit 1 million subs, and then you see the ticker. Except we'd be there for 7 or 8, 7 weeks. Be like, come on, just subscribe.
Yeah. Start creating alt accounts and subscribe. Okay. Trivia, guys, you ready? I really crapped the bed last one. I got 2 out of 5. I think it's one of my worst showings out of all these.
You know what? These questions are next level compared to other seasons.
All right, you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Who says, sometimes I feel like a kangaroo with all the stuff in my pocket?
Oh my God. That is familiar. I think I know who. Yeah, I can't actually remember the scene, but
I know.
I know who would say something like that.
Yeah.
Andy? What is the name of the person that Robert works for? Oh, he introduces himself to Rocky. We covered it.
Criminy.
Shit. Okay.
First or
last? Do you actually remember?
Yeah,
I have a name in my head, but I don't know for sure.
Okay, Rocky Jr.'s boss?
Rocky Jr.'s boss. What's his name? Because he introduces, hi Rocky, I'm blah. How are you doing, Rocky?
You know what this feels like, Rocco? If you go, you probably don't know because you're a kid. But you go to a bar and someone's like, hey, let's play a friendly game of pool for $1 a ball. And then you kill them. And they're like, oh, let's play again for $10 a ball. And then they play for real now. And then you get smoked. I feel like I'm getting hustled here. I was doing good. And then. Like
Rocco,
Rocco's coming out.
Yeah, there was one last time too that I just left blank because I'm like I have nothing.
Rocco, this trivia was supposed to be an exhibition. An exhibition. Oh man.
What are you doing?
Throw the damn towel.
Throw the damn towel. And then Rocco says back to us, "Go out and fight this trivia hard like you did in the first movies."
Yeah.
All right. Why does Spider Rico go to the downstairs kitchen at Adrian's? Okay.
Okay. I think. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. What did the press name Rocky? I guess in this film.
Yeah.
What?
I guess he had some sort of headline. You know, the other films like the Tommy Morrison headlines were Rocky's robot and stuff. So I guess in this film, Rocky had a nickname in the headlines.
Someone says it out loud in the bar.
Oh, weird. I'm gonna make one up. I guess I'm gonna make one up.
Maybe it's the press conference. I think it's the press conference they say it.
Okay, so yeah, this is what did the press name Rocky? So
yeah.
It's on the tip of my.
I have a guess. I wonder if this is right. Okay, last one, true or false, so 50-50. Dixon made every shot when he was playing basketball.
I don't know, but I have like an instinct for this one.
He made every shot. I'm gonna say, oh my gosh, no, I think
God.
He is black, so the chances are good.
But
well, he wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't playing hockey. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go with my guess. We can just do the answers now while we're here. So you ready? Okay.
No, I hate this. I have like whatever.
Oh, here we go. So we're gonna start with you, Katie. Nice,
I think it's
easy one for you.
Rocky.
Oh yeah. So to answer the question, who says sometimes I feel like a kangaroo with all the stuff in my pocket? You're right. It is Rocky.
Yeah, I feel like Rocky. I don't remember the exact scene, but I'm like that is something he would say.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. 22, Kyle. What is the name of the person that works? So Rocky Jr. works for.
I don't know the last name. I think it's either Bill or William or something like that. That's like my instinct, but I don't know.
Katie, did you have a name?
I thought about William too, but I just made up a name.
I put Frank. I know it's Sly's brother, but I put Frank.
I put Stan Billings.
So what did you say? What did you say, Kyle?
I like Bill or William. Can I go either or like that? Because they're related names.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with William if you really have to.
You got William. Maybe it's William.
I didn't. I actually didn't. That's funny because I thought about putting William, but I didn't.
Oh, okay. Who'd you say?
I don't get it. I just made up a name.
Oh, okay. So I said Frank for I don't know why. It's like I thought it would be Sly's way of honoring his brother. Yeah, William Tomlinson.
Okay.
Yeah, but we'll give you the William there, Kyle.
Dang.
Sure.
Anyone with son at the end of their name cannot be trusted.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
Okay, Katie, why did Spider Rico go to the downstairs kitchen at Adrian's?
To wash dishes.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I need to.
Go ahead.
Ask him a clarification. I knew it was dishes, but I thought you had to say the reason because, like, Rocky asked him why, and he's like, "Jesus wants me to work."
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fine.
Is that what he says?
Yeah.
I thought it was like because he doesn't want to be like he wants to like earn his meal that he's been getting.
I think Jesus wants him to do that though. I think that's kind of what he's.
No, you're right. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. I'll see if you guys give it to me, but I'll let the judges decide. So, Katie, what did the press name Rocky?
I couldn't remember. I put Pride of Philly.
Okay, Kyle?
I think it's Balboa-saurus or something like that. It's like a dinosaur type of reference.
Kyle nailed it.
Are you serious? I do not recall that at all.
Well, you know what my answer was? I said a dinosaur, but I couldn't remember.
Really?
So I would have I would have taken the point had no one said, but because Kyle literally nailed the actual answer.
Balboa-saurus.
Balboa-saurus, yeah.
Why do I have like no recollection of this movie? Okay.
I don't either. Oh, good. I got the last one right, but I won't say what it was. Katie, true or false? Did Dixon make every shot?
True.
Kyle?
I put false. I don't think he did. I have like an instinct that I remember a ball missing, but I don't know. It's like
Kyle, you're hilarious. And you're also correct. So am I. I said false. Yeah.
5 out of fucking 5.
You guys, this is my worst. Maybe I only got 2.
Now you know how it feels. I got 3 though. I got 3. I'll take it. I'll take the 3. Oh wow.
Now I will say, I'll remind the audience when it comes out, but I recently guested on another podcast. And,
tell us about it.
Well, so the podcast is Retro Movie Roundtable. Ryan, you've also been on the show before.
Yeah.
And it's like similar, but more serious, more professional than my Retromade show. Anyway, how they do it is like you offer up, when you're a guest, you offer up like a handful of movies that you might want to cover.
Step out a second. Just keep.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, no worries.
Within like a like a certain theme. So they were like, hey, we're kind of short on 70s movies. And so I was like, no problem.
Right.
Right. And Rocky was one of my 70s movies. And so that was the one they chose for us to do. So I was like, oh, easy enough. But then I obviously rewatched the movie before we recorded. And then I started to get nervous. And I will say it was me and 2 other people. One of the other people had not seen it before. And so I was like, oh, I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. And also I just felt like I wasn't going to be able to cover it very well. At any rate, I watched Rocky, the original movie, in preparation for this, and I noticed several things that I had never noticed before.
Well, give us for examples. I'd love to hear what you noticed that you never. I'll let you know if I noticed it as well. I'm curious.
Okay. You probably have. Well, the first thing is actually relates to conversations we've had about, did they show J&M?
Yes.
The name of the pet store.
I'm on a different Mandela timeline. I swear I've seen the wording Glorious Pet Shop, but that's okay.
Well, I was looking for it because
I know. Yeah. I believe you.
So, and now we don't see tropical fish. We only see the first part of it, but J&M is visible on the pet shop sign in the original. Another thing is that this whole time, the opening scene with the Jesus, I assumed this was some sort of church basement because it's got this like painting of Jesus, and it just seemed very basement-y.
You're right.
It is not a basement. It couldn't be a basement. It is an A-frame building with rafters on the top. So it's not a basement. This whole time I've been referring to it.
Sure. We often, I think you're not alone where a lot of people just say the church basement, so to speak. But you're right. It's just a rundown boxing gym, essentially. It just happens to have a picture of Jesus in it, is what you're saying.
Yeah, or it could be like a separate building to the church. You know, a lot of times churches have like kind of like an annex building or whatever for the bingo that they do for whatever. Anyway, so that's something that I noticed. Another thing is Gazzo's car. It's that long brown Cadillac, you know? I don't know if it's just that my brain didn't ever like track that this was weird in 1975. He has automatic up and down windows, push button windows in that in that car.
Sure. Yeah, that's we had a 79. I was raised in this car more or less because I was 4 years old when my dad got it, and I took my driver's test in it when I was 16. Which isn't that big of a deal. The car was only 12 years old at that time, but it seemed like forever when you're a kid, right? But it was a 79 Buick LeSabre, and it had power windows. So a few years after 76.
Yeah, we had like an 81 Thunderbird, and I think it had power windows too. But yeah, that was like fancy because like I had other cars that were like, I think we had a 96. It was just like a Cavalier or something, and it had like a, you know what I mean?
Like plenty of cars even into the late 80s and 90s. Like
that would have been a luxury. You're right. That would have been in 76. That was probably a luxury to have.
Well, in 75. I mean, you could argue
75. Yes,
he's had, maybe it's not a brand new car, but maybe it is. But I don't know. I was like, wow, look at you guys though, and it was the Cadillac. But anyway, I never tracked that.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
And then lastly, the credits. In the credits, I watched the movie all the way to the end, and like if you look on Wikipedia or IMDb, they'll show the actual names of certain people. But in the credits of the original movie, it's not Gonna Fly Now, the song. It's just.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna guess. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, you're about to say just, so now I'm cheating. What is it?
Just Gonna Fly.
It's just Gonna Fly. That's it. Gonna Fly.
Yes, Gonna Fly.
So the word now is not in it.
Correct. So the score, like the song, that famous song, originally was just Gonna Fly.
I think the credit was wrong. I think whoever wrote.
That's possible.
That's what I'm guessing. It's the same way they did Jimmy Gambino wrong in the Rocky V credit.
Yeah, that's possible.
Because at the end of the day, it's human error. Like people put this together, and who knows? They're like, okay, don't forget to put the song in. Because I don't think it's ever just been called Gonna Fly, though I could be wrong. I think it's always been. I think that's the official track listing for that song. But that's interesting. They might have forgotten to put the word now in it.
Yeah.
But that's a good catch. That's a good catch, though. All the same.
A couple other things that I thought were strange. So people that have a name said in the movie, like Gloria, she has a name. We say her name. In the credits, she's just listed as pet shop owner.
Really?
Yeah. Also, Spider Rico. His name is not Spider. The actor is Pedro something.
You're right.
And it's just Club Fighter, not Spider.
What?
Yeah.
He's
Also,
the named character.
I know. Buddy is just bodyguard.
Who the hell did these credits?
That's what I mean. I think the credits were done almost like, were the credits done before the film was made?
I don't know. I never noticed that before. So, but I kind of I get in the habit of watching all the way through for the credits. And then, so both Frank Jr. and Frank Sr. are in this, but they're credited. Frank Sr. is just credited as Frank Stallone, not Frank Sr.
Okay, what was Frank Stallone credited?
But Frank Jr. is like who we just know as Frank Stallone, and in later movies is just Frank Stallone. He's Frank Stallone Jr. Okay. But the senior is just anyway. But I just thought Buddy, Spider, and Gloria named in the movie, but the credits don't name them.
Couldn't be bothered. The guy's like, oh yeah, you're in the film. You're in the film. What'd you do? I ran the okay, great, pet shop person.
What happens when you call my girlfriend a retard is you don't get put in the credits.
That's true.
Yeah. Sorry for derailing. And this,
anyway, How dare you talk about Rocky films on a Rocky podcast? You're right. You should stop doing that.
But I mean, I guess I was just like, I've seen this movie 50 times, and first time I'm noticing some of these.
No, I didn't. If I ever saw that in the credits, because I've seen the credits over the years, I didn't make that connection that they were never named in the credits. Because it's Buddy the driver and certainly Gloria. That's weird that they wouldn't even just name her Gloria. She had a speaking part and everything. It's weird. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Well, here we go. Little Marie has agreed to let Rocky take her home in his white van. So that's where we're at now.
You ever get married?
Yeah, sorta.
Sorta?
Yeah, well, he took off.
Ah, poof, just like that.
Yeah, just like that.
Okay, so hi, we haven't talked in 30 years. Are you single? Are you bangable? Like, I know it's not what he's asking, but there's a part of you as a guy, you're like, I don't know, marital status? I don't know.
Yeah, I never thought of that. But you're right. And I want to say, oh, well, he's so much older, you wouldn't think that, but
he's only 59. If you think
guys, right? Like
they're 15 years apart or something like that.
Yeah, that's fine. They're both adults. It's just I would have. I know again, it's me, but it does. Okay, there's actually a few scenes coming up here where this is the most. This is my problems with the sixth film. I'll tell you, this is some of the problems I have with this film. I feel like the Rocky character isn't Rocky sometimes, and there's stuff that's coming up where I'm like, is this Rocky? Maybe this is the way he was before the first film. Maybe when we were so used to see him civilized. Maybe I don't know, but
I feel like he's more Rocky in this film than he was in Rocky 4.
There's a few different Rockies, but
I guess this might not be my favorite version of Rocky.
Right. I guess. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, because I guess right off the bat, I guess I would have worded like, so do you family? I guess I know. Like, you ever get married? I don't know.
Okay, come on. It's Rocky though. Rocky always says awkward, weird shit.
I guess so.
This is.
I guess I should be used to it, but
it's sort of like if you go to a high school reunion or something. Like they haven't seen or spoken to each other in, Or have they not spoken since she was the little girl? Either way, it's been
That's
a
what
long
we're
time.
led to believe. The last interaction was "screw you, creepo." And that
So
was
1975 to 2006. It's been like 31
30,
years.
yeah. So it's sort of like if you go to your 30-year high school reunion, and I guess that it doesn't seem weird to me after you haven't
Yeah.
seen somebody in a while, like, oh, did you get married? Like, what else do you ask them? You don't,
I guess
oh, did you get married?
I guess even from the first time I saw the movie, because you have to remember we know Adrian's dead, and so my brain just went to Rocky's single. He doesn't have, and my brain went there. It went to the fact like I'm no longer with anybody. You're the female interest in this movie all of a sudden, and you, the audience, are now being made aware of her social standing. So I guess that's how I almost took it. Like we're all caught up now that she's available for Rocky. And that's what it felt like.
Yeah, that's an avenue. It's an avenue.
Yeah. All right.
Thankfully, he shuts that down pretty soon because
he does. Yeah.
I do appreciate the fact, though, that this is a weird situation for both of them. Like they're kind of put in this situation. Neither of them suggested that one take the other home. It was like this third party. And I've actually been in this situation where like someone's like, "Oh, you live near this person. Can you give them a ride home?" It's like, okay. And then it's like you have to talk to them, and luckily this person was like pretty social, so they're easy to talk to. But still, like it's like you have to come up with something to talk about. It's weird.
Awkward.
Like, yeah.
Okay, then Rocky asks, "You sort of have any kids?"
Yeah,
that
shows he's nervous, right?
Well, no, I think he was using what she said back at her. Like, did you ever get married? Yes,
yeah,
sort
you're
of.
right.
Oh,
yeah,
well, did you sort of have any kids?
Yeah, that's a good catch.
Yeah.
You sort of have any kids?
Yeah, I got one kid.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Wonderful boy.
Hey, tough guy. What's the matter? You can't buy around? Huh? Girl was being nice to your dumb ass.
Yeah, what
Think
you
come
doing with
around
that
here and
pig?
disrespect us?
She ain't
Keep
got
it
red,
up.
jealous
Come on
bitch.
back. Start disrespecting us.
Hey, don't listen to him.
Come around here.
Shut up, Angie.
Okay, so essentially we hear this glass break when the guy comes out. Like I guess he smashes a beer bottle on the ground to show his point, to kind of what do you call it? Add weight to his insults, like I broke glass and hey, you dumbass. Like it's such a, again, so weirdly. Why are they being so verbally aggressive? It's odd.
Drunk people who have like anger problems, like,
and now they have courage from the liquid courage or whatnot.
Okay, so where I used to live was along a stretch in Edmonton called White Ave, which is where all the bars are. Like everyone on like Friday, Saturday nights goes here. And like if you were out late, like say like to 2 a.m. walking around, there's a chance you'll run into drunk people whose like night didn't go the way they wanted to, and like there you could have a problem. Right. And it's like it's guys like this where it's like, you know, you've had a few, or maybe like the booze is starting to wear off a bit and you're not feeling happy anymore, and like you're angry, so you're gonna just pick a fight.
Yeah, it's interesting too, because now there are 4 people. Like this is the director's cut. Also, don't you guys think that guy looks different once he puts his coat on? Like he looks heavier.
He looks big. He looks
when
fatter.
they were in the bar, he was just.
It was the same actor, though. I promise you, it was.
I know it is, but I think it. I don't know. Did he just have like a really skinny torso?
You know, it's funny. So this guy we've talked about before is a roofer. He's not an actor at all. I think he does a pretty good job when he's like shit talking Rocky. Like,
yeah, he does okay. He does okay. His acting of being angry in a jerk, it's fine. It comes off pretty natural. Not that he is, but just like he's able to channel that energy. I just don't know why the characters are just so angry at Rocky for driving the woman home from the bar and not buying Angie a drink. It's just like. I know I'm naive. I don't live in this world. I don't drink. I don't go at the bars. I get it. I find this behavior very confusing. Like, why is it
angry at Rocky per se?
Say again?
They're not angry at Rocky per se. Rocky just happens to be there. It wouldn't matter who's there. It could be someone else. It could be Rocky. He's just a vessel for them to channel their frustration and anger at.
And was sure, yes, that is true. But they took. This type of person easily takes offense to things, and they took him not buying them around as an offense, and now they're like, "Oh, you're taking her home, but you can't buy us around."
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
true. That's
I
true. And
never
then
thought of
like
that
she calls Marie a pig
Mm-hmm.
and a jealous bitch. And
Hmm.
you know, like I know as a guy, like I know Marie's not his girlfriend or whatever, but like if I'm out and some guy or some girl starts saying like calling my wife a pig or
Oh,
something like
geez.
that,
I couldn't
my
imagine.
instinct is like someone to protect is to fuck that person up or like intimidate them or to get them to back down. Like you feel like I don't know, there's no good word for it, but like a little bitch or something if you just walk away, even though that's like the mature thing to do, right?
Right.
Sure.
Like the mature thing is
Use your words, Kyle. Walk away.
yeah, like the mature thing to do is to be like, well, these people are idiots. What they say means nothing. I'm not going to risk getting like a assault charge or getting into like a big thing over this, right? But it is satisfying when you see what Rocky do what he's about to do.
To quote Johnny Castle from Dirty Dancing, "You ain't worth it. You're not worth it." He could have kicked Robbie's ass even more, and then he realizes that he's not even worth it.
Yeah, you should walk away, honestly. Here's me with my sound, but yeah, because you don't want to get knifed or gutted over a stupid insult. Yeah.
But like no good, like generally no good comes of it, right? Like the Rocky, what happened here when he did it was the best case scenario, where the guy's like, "I'm sorry," and then you're like, yeah, it shows him that's the best case scenario, but really that doesn't mean anything. And the worst case scenario is much, much worse, where either you get an assault charge or they hurt you or something like that. So it's like not like the cost to benefit, the risk to reward ratio is very unbalanced.
Okay, well, let's see the response, of course, and I might have thoughts that you may or may not agree with, but I have thoughts.
Get your head kicked in around here, you punch drunk, goofy
You ain't no
bastard.
big shot. Look at you. You ain't even got a farm. Take that pig home.
Can I just say,
Yeah,
Angie and Little Marie are like the same size. So why is she calling her a pig? It just drives me a little nuts.
she's a little thinner. I don't know, but I hear you. I know she's not a stick, that's for sure. Yeah, I maybe more of it's not the size of the woman, but just an insult.
Yeah.
But that means go ahead, go. Yeah.
I think too, people are just pricks. But you know, like for instance, if someone gives me shit about like how much I weigh, for example, it's usually someone else who's like weighs more than me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Often it's not always the case, but like I don't get
projection. I guess.
Yeah. Like it's it's like a reflection of them. So she might be
that's what she feels
insecure about her own self, and then by shitting on others, you know, she kind of puts the attention on them. Like people are fucked up. It's just
super.
Okay, we all know what's going to happen. So I'm going to preface my thoughts a little bit when you watch this, not to lead the witness, but we all know what Rocky's response is. We've seen this movie. Nothing changes from here from the director's cut. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Kyle. It feels good to let a bully know, hey, you're a bully and screw you. I get it. We love that when it happens in films, especially when you're not a victim of it. When you watch the bully get their comeuppance, I love it too. I guess I feel like the comeuppance that's received is either poorly acted, directed, or shot. I feel like it's oddly done. That's my thing. I don't disagree with Rocky defending the woman as he sees it. I feel like the payoff is poorly done. And here,
really,
I
don't know. It's like, I guess, subjective. Maybe I'll feel differently, but
and listen to the dialogue as well. But I could be wrong. I just feel it never paid off for me, even from the first time I saw it. It never paid off. But let's see. Maybe I'll change my mind.
Yeah. What are you doing? Don't get out. It's all right.
No, little Marie, it ain't all right. Yo, what? I'll tell you what. Get inside. You get inside. Yeah.
Hey, leave him alone.
All right, you see that? You see that? Yeah. What do you say?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Good job.
They're all gone. They're all disappeared.
I wondered if it was going to be different with 4 people versus just 2, and it didn't really seem any different.
Okay, let's see her response here. Now, her look, I'll give credit where credit's due at this point. Her look is like, oof, like she's a little afraid of Rocky here. And I've always thought this was an interesting choice for Sly to write it this way and or direct it that way, or the actress to act this way, because she's, she is a woman in a van with a guy she hasn't seen in 30 odd years, just kind of manhandle another man. I think she's feeling a little uncomfortable here. I think I don't think she looks thrilled by the act. I could be wrong.
Yeah. I don't know. I gotta say, I actually just the way he handled that guy, I actually really liked it. And it's just
a lot of people probably do.
But like, I think the way he did it is like, yeah, what? Like when shit gets real, like I think that guy was not expecting things to come, and you have a big guy like Rocky who punches you for a living coming at you like that, like.
Oh, his response, the guy's response was accurate in that, now, oh, crap, he's actually throwing me around a little bit, and he feels that Rocky old man strength with the big paw hands. And of course, he's going to be like, I've probably spoke too much, and that he sobers really quick. I guess there's a part of me that I do find it interesting here. Do you think little Marie is excited and happy about that response? She even said, don't get out, don't do this. And then he does it, and then he comes back, and she doesn't say thank you or that's great. She doesn't smile. She kind of looks at him like, okay.
Yeah, I can see. I think it could be viewed a few different ways. The way that I see this scene really is, thus far, we've seen Rocky feel like he doesn't really, he's just going through the motions of life, Right. And this, I think he feels for the first time in a long while, like that fire in the basement or whatever,
Right. He's got the beast. He's got the beast in the basement for
sure.
He has it right now.
So he's feeling fired up. And I think this is the impetus for him to be like, I kind of felt, I'm going to fight it. I'm going to start fighting again. Like
he could have sparked something.
Come into himself again. And if I were her, I would have been worried. Like this dude, while he was the former heavyweight champion, he's an old man now. I seriously, if I were Marie, would have been worried that he would have gotten hurt. Yeah. Okay. And I think she's sort of like, dang, he's got it still. Or like, I don't know. That's kind of how I took it. But
I took it as her being shocked more of it, but I don't know. It's hard it's ambiguous. Like I think you could read into it. Like she doesn't say anything. It's up to you to interpret what her look is, and
she continues the friendship with him, so obviously she's not afraid of I
don't think your take's unreasonable. I just think it's like you could take a lot of takes on this.
It's
hard to really say. I will say this is an interesting arc for the Rocky character, because people shit talk Rocky throughout these movies, right? Like in the first film, especially the second film.
Yeah.
Like when people are calling him
those people that were paid by Apollo's people. Yeah, those people. Yeah.
yes. When Apollo's people were shit talking him, he just took it. Like Rocky generally does not respond to stuff like this. Or like when Buddy was saying this, he kind of got a little aggressive with Buddy, but not really.
He did kind of grab him. He went after him to the car. But you're right. It's still yeah.
In general, though, people say stuff to him and he just takes it. And part of me is like, okay, maybe he's sick of it after all this time. It also shows me that like something's brewing inside him where he doesn't have the same tolerance for that kind of bullshit as he
normally does. That old man, as you get older.
Well, and they were just like he did come to Adrian's defense with a few people. Like he'll come to the woman's defense. Yeah. People can shit on Rocky all they want, but they were talking shit about Marie. So he, and like he really wanted to come after Clubber. Hey woman, like.
Yeah, he was called paper champion. You're a fake. You're phony. He didn't get mad at Clubber for that. Like he didn't like it, but he didn't come after him physically. How dare you call me a paper champion or what? A fake champion. But when he comes after his woman, and the same with Paulie. When Paulie gets hit with Tommy, he was ready to walk away.
Point. Yeah,
it was when Paulie got hit. He's like, okay, now my ring's outside. So that you're right. So this is another indication of, my ring's outside, bar guy, and he goes outside to show him. Because he didn't even say like you called me punchy and all those. He didn't say like don't apologize to me. He said to apologize to her. So
good. Yeah. And I do think I think it felt good. And he was like, hey,
Oh
maybe I
yeah,
start fighting again. You know?
yeah. It felt. I think it did ignite a little bit. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That guy sends his apologies.
Okay.
Music
she's kind of
cue.
like
Yeah, music cue is good there. You're right. The music cue is kind of nice.
the way she looks at him, kind of like with, I don't want to say lovingly, but like
Yeah,
lovingly.
she's
Yeah.
looking at him. She's
Yeah.
not like this. She's not like this.
Yeah.
She's like,
I think it would feel good to have someone stand up for you, because I imagine if you work at that bar, I imagine she's had interactions with those specific people before. Like they're probably regulars.
Yeah,
They're
that's a
probably
good
not
point.
very nice to her. I'm sure, don't tip. And I'm sure the clientele of that bar are not the greatest.
no.
She probably has to deal with like, is a lot of women do anyways, like sexual harassment or comments or whatever. And she probably feels unsafe walking home at night in that neighborhood too. So,
Well, you think she'd have good practice from her fire barrel days and whatever.
yeah, that's right.
You know, I think you know, she's kind of a good replication of Adrian in this way, because early Adrian had no self-esteem at all.
Mm.
You know, so I think Maria's had a similar life too. Like she's been shit on her whole life. Her sort of husband leaves her. She thinks anytime somebody does something nice for her or gives her a compliment, she thinks they're teasing. Just like Adrian was like, "Don't tease me." I don't know. So she's a stand-in.
I like this actress too.
I think her name is Geraldine Hughes. I think it's
Geraldine Hughes.
Yeah.
She's good.
She is like who's the Northern Irish guy again? Is it Thomas? What's his name? Can I remember his name?
Thomas from Belfast.
Thomas from Belfast. She is also from Northern Ireland.
That's right.
That's right. She is.
She does. I like her actual accent. Like in real life, she sounds nice. Like it suits
She's
her.
currently 55 right now.
She does a great East Coast. I don't know if it's really a Philly accent or not. I'm not like that familiar with Philly. It almost sounds a little more New Yorkish, but like an American accent.
Mm-hmm.
Like to me, at least, I would, if I didn't know she was from Ireland, then I would have assumed she's from somewhere in the U.S.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, she's not really done a lot. She's only done a few films and a few television roles, and her last film was 2020. Her last television was 2020, but she did a theater called She did some theater work as well, so she does theater. But she did, check this out. Her latest role was called Belfast Blues, where she played 24 characters.
Wow.
It was a solo play that she wrote based on real life events.
Wow, that's impressive. 24 roles.
20, so it's a one woman show where she wrote it and played all these characters based on her life.
That's cool.
That is kind of interesting. Yeah, good for her. Okay.
Mhm.
We'll obviously play this scene real quick here. We have Mason visiting his Mickey, who I guess we'll find out. I guess he sort of let him go. We'll talk about it as the scene goes on here.
Martin. Yo, Martin.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if Marvin comes with, "Hey, who goes there?"
Yeah, it's like he did what Tommy Gunn did to Rocky. To
Yes,
Martin.
that's what we're led to believe. This is because Rocky Balboa is it's the Rocky 5 fix, right? I think there's some themes that are visited here, and this is the theme of here's a young boxer who let his old staff go for bigger, brighter things. I think is what we're led to believe.
This scene makes me really dislike Mason Dixon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, let's check it out. So now he's going to go visit his Mickey, so to speak, his early guy that helped him become champion. Stairs.
See, you still got your key.
Yeah, I got a key. You got time to talk?
I got a lot of time since your people let me go.
Okay, why? Did we ever find out why? I can't remember.
For just what you said before. Somebody came in offering him. Those other people, those slick ricks that came to the restaurant.
Yeah, so this is the right. That's what I mean. This is the Rock. Sly is like, oh, I kind of like that idea. I'm going to slip that in here a little bit. I think that's what he did. I think he revisited that storyline.
You know I had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Oops, the screen is being weird here. Sorry. What's going on here? My apologies. It's the delay in the video. Let's try it again.
Yo, Mark.
I don't know why the videos is it delayed for you guys or is it okay?
I see you still got your key.
Yeah, it looks fine.
You got time to talk?
I got a lot of time since your people let me go.
You know I had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Oh, so it goes here now.
Oh, interesting. That's a director's cut thing, eh?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be the whole scene, but now we've cut to this.
Okay, so the screw up in the video is actually just the difference in the director's cut. Yeah, right. You were actually all right.
I don't like this is a bit too abrupt.
Yeah,
cutting. Yeah.
I don't like this, and maybe it's just the fact that I'm used to the theatrical cut. But yeah, I agree though; it's weird.
So for our soon-to-be or one day our audio listeners, when they get here, yeah, they've changed now to Rocky and Little Marie. They're outside her house. Like it's her house or apartment, right? And it's only temporary, she says. This living condition.
So I got to comment on the Dixon thing. Why I don't like it for the scene.
Yeah,
like man, it just. I don't hate him for this, but it's just like, you fucking dick. Like, you ditch this guy. You take zero responsibility for it. You're like, I had nothing to do with that. Maybe you believe that to some degree. And then you just show up unannounced. You don't give him a phone call or anything, like in the middle of the night or whatever. You just be like, hey, you got time to talk? Like, it's like, hey, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
like,
the way he said it seemed weird. Like, hey, yeah, I know I'm here unannounced. I could use an old ear to bend.
Yeah, I'm here to use you, essentially.
Well, for sure. We're not meant to like this guy,
Yeah,
like,
I'm here to use you. Like you wouldn't see Rocky interact with Mick that way. Rocky wouldn't ditch Mick in the first place. But like, man, like it makes me think of Dixon as just like a fucking tool. Like
he is also he's such a bad actor.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on.
but he's a decent boxer.
He's an okay boxer. No, actually, I have no idea. He's probably a great boxer. I don't know.
No, well, he's okay.
no villain. That's the problem. He's too lukewarm to be a villain. That's kind of a bitch I have about this video. Is there's no real villain. The villain is the beast in the basement, essentially.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is a weird villain because it doesn't really exist. It's not an actual personification of anything. So
this is a hot take, and this is why I enjoyed Creed 3 as much as I did, because Jonathan Majors was a great villain and a good actor. So
he saved the movie for me.
Yeah, he's a great actor, and he played a great villain. Like, boy, you love to hate that guy because he's so good at it, and he pulled off being the decent boxer. Like, that's the thing. I don't know why. Anyways,
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
Get a good actor to be the villain. It worked with Drago, worked with Carl. Gee, Sly, I wonder why you stopped.
Yeah. Because most people watching these films are not boxing people.
They don't care about the boxing.
They're not like, oh, that's not, and they're not realistic fights anyway.
No,
everyone knows that.
Good
they
point.
know it. So it's like, I understand you want to get a boxer so you don't have to train someone, but I honestly think
it's more work.
It's easier to train an actor who's athletic to be able
to
throw punches in a Rocky style fight. Not be a real boxer, because real boxing training takes years and years and years. But it is easier to train someone to be able to throw punches in the ring where the popcorn eating masses will buy it.
And be able to take it realistically too. Like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan's a good example. Sly himself. They're not real boxers, but they pulled off enough just to choreograph the ring movements. But yeah,
because it's not realistic anyway, so it's fine. Like as long as you don't look like a complete awkward mess. Which is funny because Stallone, the character, they're like, yeah, I'm awkward. Like he just says it. Like that's not. I'm not a skilled fighter, and you just accept that. You're like, okay, that's not why I'm watching Rocky. I'm watching Rocky.
I can really swat, man.
Yeah. I can really swat. That's right. Good point. Yeah. So she's now saying her crappy apartment's temporary. That's life in general. Everything we do is
the age-old thing that you say.
Okay, well that is a line from the older films. Like it's just temporary. I think.
Rocky.
Yeah, it's his own apartment's temporary.
Yeah, it's just temporary. It's got I don't know, but probably did he write this? Rocky? This Stallone, right? Yeah. So it's like that's just how he.
Yes.
His vernacular, I guess.
So and Little Marie goes, take off your hat, Rocky. you're not so bad looking. Take off.
You want to come in?
She's like, don't go.
That'd be awesome if we saw the reverse rape. Sorry, I mean the reverse. Oh, jeez, that's terrible.
Yeah, I can see that.
going to look for an apartment.
The apartments are nice.
Yeah, it is what it is, you know.
Yeah, it is what it is. But you know, this place used to be pretty nice. You know, there's a lot of history around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
This is the Sly/Rocky tour. You know, again, hey, this place wasn't so bad in '75, even though it kind of was. But
oh, sure, and I like how awkward he is. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
They're both awkward. It's like
Apartments
there's
are
nothing.
nice, yeah.
There's nothing to say. They both like. It's just like filling the void of silence.
It's the awkward. We're having a conversation again. It is the male female
Mhm.
combination. She's a woman. He's a man. If this was little Mark, not little Marie, same like a guy, they would just be all right. Drop you
Thanks,
off. You home,
man.
have a good day.
Yeah.
Have a good.
Yeah.
The fact there's a little bit of like we're
Agreed.
talking a little bit more than we want to is because they're a man
Yeah.
and a woman. That's
Mhm.
why fans get a little bit nervous about this relationship.
Yes.
It is actually weird though. Like, okay, you see where his van is? It's in like, over on the left, and they're and her door. It seems to be like right in front of her door.
Mhm.
When you're dropping someone off, especially if it's like weird like this, you're not going to take a walk like 30
I don't know why
feet
they're in the
other
middle,
direction.
the middle of the
and
street.
look
They're in the middle of the
around.
street. Yeah, it's weird.
It's going to be like,
Wandering
oh, hey, thanks for the
Yeah,
ride.
thanks for the ride.
Appreciate it. Have a good night. Nice to see you again in the
Yeah.
house. That's what's going to happen. It's not like, hey, let's take a stroll out here. Because, you know,
Yeah, unless he
I
had
have
to park
enjoyed
far
this
away.
weird conversation for the last 10 minutes. I'd like to really stretch this out a little longer.
It is weird. Yeah, like basically they got out of the van and said, hey, this is your house. You might even go in the middle of the street so I get a better view of your apartment so we can talk about it.
Let's go.
I really want to see the burnt out building that's
Yeah.
attached to yours. I need to get like every angle of that.
It's odd.
down the street there's the Cambria Fight Club. They used to call that place like the bucket of blood. I took some
There you go.
massive beatings down there, but it was nice, good memories. And I heard these buildings like, I don't know, like 100, 150 years old. So, I mean, if I was 150 years old, I'd be falling apart too, so it's okay building. Does that light work?
Nah, it's burnt out or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
What odd? Like, well, no, it was daylight when I left, and now that I'm home, I'll turn it on when it's just an odd observation. Like, I'll turn it on when I get inside the house. I don't turn off my lights.
Wait,
My lights are like I wouldn't assume the person's lights burnt out. It's like, is that light burnt out? It says, well, no, I'll turn it on when I get inside. But
no, I thought
it
she
is-
said it's burnt out.
no, it is burnt out. But Rocky brought it up. Like, why isn't your light on?
Yeah.
He's
Unless
not a
it's
dad.
meant to be
He's- that's
emotion
not how dads
light.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Dads
guess so.
are always like this. Like if I show up, like when my daughter gets her own place and her porch light's not on, I'm like, oh, is that burnt out? You need me to replace that? You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
He's already taking care of her. He's already taking care of her. Yeah.
When was the last time you cleaned your gutters, Katie?
Yeah.
Oh,
probably
ooh,
not.
wait a minute. What are we talking about? We saw. Okay.
No, just speaking of dads, my dad's like, oh, you need some help cleaning your
Oh.
gutters.
I see. Yeah.
Thanks for the ride, and I'm sorry about those guys and everything.
Oh, that's okay. You know, some of those guys just got their brains on backwards and stuff.
What's he doing out so late?
Is that your kid?
Yeah, wish he wouldn't stay out so late.
Amazing.
Yeah, what's that?
Oh, last time I seen you was a kid, and now you officially got one of your own.
Hey, Rocky, do you want to explain how that happened? Do you want to get into details how babies are made and
How
it's
time
possible?
works too.
You know, it is. I see what he's saying here.
I know. I'm just
yeah.
taking the mick out of it a little bit, but yeah, you're right.
It's amazing. You know, he sort of resembles you. He's got that, big Irish hair.
Now it's interesting that they mentioned Irish because we talked about that. She is actually from Ireland, but the average moviegoer in 2006 probably didn't know that this actress was Irish. That's maybe a little bit of nod to the actual actress being Irish.
You know what's
Oh,
funny?
okay.
Like Irish people, a lot of them are not as like being a redhead is not as common in Ireland as you would think it is. In
Right.
Scotland, it's really common. It's like a lot of Irish people have black hair.
Dark hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
In fact, yeah, she has dark hair. I'm looking at her Wikipedia. Side note here, I think I know why Sly hired her. She's only 5'3".
Oh,
Yeah.
So
Well,
she's
you know,
short. She's
it's funny.
short.
Talia Shire probably is too. Like most women are. That's like
Av-
She's
average
sort of shortish, isn't it? Just above 5 feet tall.
yeah. Average height for a woman in like Canada and the U.S. is 5'4".
Mhm.
So she's a
okay.
little below average, but not much.
Yeah. I'm going to Talia Shires. I'll hit play. I'm curious what her height is now.
Yeah, I'm guessing she's also on the more petite side.
Yeah.
She's 5'4".
From Jamaica.
Jamaican, European.
And they're classic, of course. Yeah, Jamaican European. Like it's every time.
I love what she's like. It's the other one.
Yeah,
I do too. I've always really liked that.
sorry, I stepped on that, but we all know the joke. Yeah, of course. That's
Honestly,
And
it's
she doesn't correct him either. Like she's just like, oh, that's
Yeah,
pretty Rocky,
yeah.
like the Jamaica thing.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of like, oh, like.
She's like, I kind of liked the beginning of this date when he beat up a guy. Now I'm seeing that, I got to take this guy to the zoo, I think.
I must too, in her mind, be like, this is at one point this guy was giving me like life advice. And now he thinks like Jamaica's part of Europe. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like the tables have turned.
Indeed.
But at the same time, as we know, for me to be the defender of Rocky, wisdom and scholastic smarts are two different things. But
Very
That's
different.
true.
Like life advice and geography are different skill sets.
That's right.
And they're not
Absolutely.
mutually exclusive.
Mhm.
I'd rather have Rocky as a neighbor than somebody who was smart and an a-hole. That's for sure.
100%. Yep.
Yeah.
Was you on a cruise ship or something?
No, not really.
What's his name?
Steps.
Okay. This doesn't make sense. Okay. I understand there are European cruises. Okay. I'm not saying
Yeah.
they don't exist, but Jamaica is known for somewhere you take a cruise to, like the Caribbean. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
he
think
recognizes that it is a sunny cruise destination. You're right.
But
I
like
get
he
what
thinks it's European. I
No,
know
I-
Mediterranean cruises are a thing, but like what?
I don't think he actually thinks it's European. I think he either realized. I think the cruise ship is in reference to the actual Jamaica.
Yeah, that's what's confusing because he seems to think it's in my mind like he seems to think it's European.
Oh, that's a good question. Now that's a good question. Ask the audience. Was he being silly?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
He could go either way because once he recognizes that it's the black kid,
But that's after he says he says European after he knows it's the black kid.
Yeah, that's a good question. I always believe like Rocky is not. He's not book smart, so I think, but he is funny and he's self-deprecating. Yes, but he can't be both. Meaning, I don't think he's smart enough to make the joke about European. I think he might not really know, and I think, but it's hard to tell. Maybe it's just a dry humor joke. She doesn't call him out on it. He doesn't say, "I'm just joking." That's part of because I do that too. Sometimes I like doing that too. When you make a joke, but you don't say, you do it dry.
Mm-hmm.
You don't say it's a joke. You don't say you're kidding. You let the other person be confused almost. So maybe that's what Rocky's doing. That's a good call. I don't know.
It could. So either that, or also to your point, Rocky, or
Wow,
Ryan.
Wow.
This is bad writing. He wouldn't.
How dare you?
Like given the European. So if he is being like unaware, like mistaking Jamaica for Europe.
Right.
They should not have used the cruise ship joke.
Yes, I know, and that's where Kyle comes in. I agree.
Yeah.
This is the problem. So now we have his Rocky doing dry humor, and then he does say like, "Oh, well, you're on a cruise ship because it's a sunny country." Because
also that's I know this was 2000. It wasn't 1960. Like that is also a bit, and I think she takes it. I would have too taken offense to this. Like, no, it's possible to have relationships with people in other countries without going on a cruise ship. Like, do you think I went to Jamaica, saw some guy on the beach, like selling, trying to braid my hair and was like, yeah, let's make a baby together. Like that seems to be what he's implying here.
And then Jamaica can also come to Philly and live there too. Like,
I know. That's why. And she's like, no.
Yeah.
I liked that.
When I was in Philly, I took a cab and the cab driver was from Sierra Leone.
Oh,
European. I was like, "Oh, where are you from?" He's like,
yeah,
Sierra Leone. I'm like, "Oh," because it was like at the time, like people are getting their arms chopped off there and shit. Like it was weird. I'm like, "Oh, that's nice."
You're like, no wonder you're here.
Yeah.
Gino,
I need your help, buddy. I need you to write into the show and take my side on this one.
What's your side again? That he doesn't know where
Rocky legit thinks that Jamaica is European.
Yeah, that's actually a good. And there's no real evidence to. I always believed he truly didn't know. That was for the audience to laugh at Rocky a little bit and for her to be confused. But then you're right. The cruise ship comment indicates he might know that it's truly a sunny destination country and not in Europe. So it's.
I agree with you guys. I always had felt the same way, that he is, not the smartest. Yeah. But then you can't have it both ways given the cruise ship comment.
That's right.
So,
I'm going to say he thinks it's like a Mediterranean country and he took a Mediterranean cruise.
Or he doesn't know where Europe is.
Oh, yeah. He's been to Europe. He knocked out
I know. He knocked out the German. I know. Oh, Rocky, we love you. This is hilarious. Oh, my God.
Show for Stevenson.
Makes sense.
Stevenson, steps.
I love it. Look, he gives Rocky.
Yeah, he thinks he's going to bang his mom. That's what it is.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I know.
I've never had a stepdad, but I for sure would feel weird. Even today, if like my parents split up and some guy came around, or I think my mom's listening, but like some guy was around, I'd be like,
yeah,
this is weird. This is fucking weird. And I'm sure this kid feels the same way.
Now, she said the steps was named short for Stevenson. I thought it was short for his dad stepped out on them. But hey-o.
Means that maybe the angle I'm standing at over here.
No. He's a good kid. You want to meet him?
It's getting kind of late. I got so many things to do. It's
Yeah, I understand. Thanks again for the ride and everything else.
What's the everything else? Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's right, Kyle. You're right. It's the beat down.
Let's go. Say goodnight to your friend. What are you doing out in the cold with no hat on? You cold? Huh? Did you get something to eat?
Yeah, already.
All right.
I love that. I almost forgot this
Okay,
happened.
can we pause for a second?
Yeah.
Okay, so we know what's going to happen here, but like, if you ever had like he's done this twice now, where he's going to do something and then something hits him and he decides to come back.
Right.
And I felt like I've been in this situation before where it's like, I need to switch things up. I need to do something different. I need to like go outside my comfort zone a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's what he's doing. And he relays a story like this, like with this, I think he was talking to Irwin Winkler, like the producer, like Robert Chardoff, and then about something else before he even wrote Rocky, or before he showed them Rocky. And then he was leaving, and then he's like, he decides just to turn around to be like, oh, by the way, and mentions that script. Like that last second, I'm gonna leave and play it safe. But then I'm like, you know what? No, I'm gonna try this.
Yeah.
And I think he's projecting that in these last couple things, or like beating that, like intimidating that guy, and now like offering for them to come to the restaurant type of thing.
Well, he's finally, I 100% agree. And I also like that, again, like this car ride, a lot of things are happening inside of him. Like, oh, he's got an awakening. Like I haven't been living life since Adrian died. And now I have potentially a new friend that I might actually be able to help out in some way. I had forgotten. I was like, oh, that's really shitty, Rocky. Why'd you just say, oh, all of a sudden, no, I don't want to meet your kid. So I love this. I love that this happens.
Yo, little Marie.
Little Marie.
Ain't you gonna introduce me to your kid? How you doing, Steps?
What's up?
Listen, I got this place, this restaurant, nice little eatery, not too far from here. So
hey, you want to meet my kid? No, thanks. Hey, little Marie, aren't you going to introduce you to your kid? Like, I offered you, Rocky.
He's just being like, he's just.
I know, but the kid doesn't know. Steps doesn't know that, or even little Marie's like, I just said that, you dumb dago.
Yeah.
Do you think Steps knows who Rocky Balboa is?
Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah, for sure.
In Philly, I feel like
that's why he doesn't totally hate Rocky in that sense, and that's why I think he does that kind of like, oh, there's Rocky Balboa talking to my mom. Like I think he kind of, and the kids of a younger generation are more blasé about celebrity to some degree too. They're like, yeah, there's that guy. My guess is he must know.
Joker tissue.
Oh, kangaroo.
Kangaroo. All stuff.
Yeah, today's trivia. There you go.
There you go. You got a card. There it is. And if you ever get a chance, it'd be great if both of you just come down there and eat and everything. It'd be great, free. You know.
Free.
Anyway, I'll leave it over there on here.
On the steps.
Leave it on the steps.
I love it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
See you later.
That's good acting. That's top tier acting dialogue. That's good.
Yeah, that's Rocky. That is Rocky.
Yeah.
The Rocky Balboa character in that show.
And it's like pretty respectful. He doesn't walk up to him and be, like get in his.
Yeah,
like,
he leaves it on the steps, distance. Yeah, I love the way he says, "Come down and eat, free." He just kind of, just FYI, I don't expect you to pay. You're my guest, but he doesn't oversell it. But he just lets know it's free. Just if that helps your decision. If money's an issue,
otherwise.
Yeah, if money's an issue because we have valet parking.
Imagine if they showed up and he was like, "That'll be $87
per plate."
Yeah,
and don't forget the tip Spider doing the dishes. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, this was a lot of fun. Thanks everyone for watching. We got our trivia done, emails, voice messages. If you're watching this on YouTube, your enjoyment hasn't ceased. If you're listening to this on the podcast, I guess thank you for your patience as I get this uploaded to the iTunes and what have you. So thank you so much, Kyle. This episode is over.
I didn't hear no bell.